Welcome back, guys. About to get underway with Korea versus Japan matchup. SeekNStrike, and by my side is Xero. He had a run over from the panelist area. It was quite a trek all across town. That KL traffic.
I had to run right over, but I'm here.
It's a fast dude. Didn't even break a sweat, and we got one heck of a matchup. Vision Strikers are one heck of a team messing with here in the Asian region.
Yeah, but BlackBird is no slouch either. I mean, they're one of the best Japanese teams, and they are going to face up against each other on Haven.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Vision Strikers, you could call them the Japanese experts, at least after this weekend, where they were able to dispatch of Jupiter 2-0 in the Africa TV tournament. So they are coming in hot. I mean, we were looking at their Wikipedia page, and it was all gold, right? All their recent results, all gold. So they are definitely feeling themselves here, and we are going straight into Haven for them. I believe we're going to have Japan on defense, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. BlackBird Ignis will be playing on defense, but it will be interesting to look at, how these Korean players actually tackle the offense. Will they play the same style as what we expect? Are we seeing more Breach and Jets? Are we seeing something completely different? Maybe they'll pick up more Vipers? We don't know.
We do know this is a map that BlackBird have had some pretty mixed success on. They're about 50-50 here on this map in terms of their last 10 maps actually played on it. So, yeah, compared to something like Split or Bind, which they generally try to avoid, they don't really mind playing on Haven.
Yeah, I think familiarity with the map is really important. Which angles to look out for, which angles to defend, and which angles the opponent will reach. Timing is pretty important.
Definitely here as we load in, and we're taking a look at the lineup. We're going to have a Breach, Sova Cypher, Jets, and Omen for Vision Strikers.
That's pretty much the same on the side of BlackBird as well. You got a Breach, you got the Sova, you got a Jet, but you have a Killjoy this time.
Killjoy
on their side. Which starting up on defense, that kind of makes sense. You want to get as many defensive rounds as you can, especially with the Killjoy instead of the Cypher. That might give you an advantage.
Yeah, for BlackBird, that's going to be Oitan there on the on the Killjoy rather for BlackBird.
So they're looking like they're setting up for just for some information plays here.
Yeah.
Still hanging around. They have 3 players towards the second mid garage where the Killjoy is going to push out. They have a lot of utility set up for mid as well as C defense. That's how flexible that a Killjoy can be on defense. Can be setting out all these utilities across the map. So they're actually leaving B completely open for now as the side of Vision Strike will set up an A push.
Yep. It's not too surprising. I think, of course, you're always looking to try and defend against a 5-man rush into one of the sites. It's pretty common, especially on a map like Haven where there's 3 choices, so you've got some pretty good odds. In the pistol round, that's generally what you see. But Haven, as you can see, they're playing this like you'd play a pistol round, checking for lurkers, checking their angles, playing it patiently. And here we go, starting out with the Sheriff with the full buy here on the Eco. That's going to be the headshot. Neo King started off.
Oh, but Zest answers to the kill onto his Povagachi, and there's going to be a 4-on-4. Paranoia comes out, they're pushing in, but the recon ball is giving so much information. Neo King able to hold his own, and gets one kill, not able to get a second, but boom, will strike in. Iltan gets one as well. Neo King falls, it's down to a 2 versus 1.
And it's Sage. Zest. One hit here. Zest, can he get it done? He does have that spike, checking for Heaven. He's going to know that there's at least one Omen coming there from the connector. Now he's going to hit it with that Paranoia, but he's holding a good angle. Oh, but a nice job there. Oitan there on the Killjoy to clutch the round for BlackBird.
Yeah, the perfect counter initiation coming from the Paranoia was just set themselves up for that not really retake, but holding on towards the side was just so perfect. And we can see BlackBird actually plays so well together as a team.
Yeah, definitely, and that's definitely a very good sign for the defense. It's generally you lose your pistol round, and no matter the map, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage. But on Haven, if you have on the attackers versus pistols, it's so hard to hold them.
You could start off with 4-0 straight off the bat before you can actually stabilize your economy. So winning that pistol round as the defensive side is really important.
Wow, look at this aggressive play mid out from Vision Strikers. They're going to be able to take control of B. We'll see how they rotate in response for BlackBird. Are they actually planting here?
Straight away, they get the control and they will try it. I mean, they're on pistols. The plant will help them out in the next round, but the spike will go down.
Indeed. Now we can spray there through the smoke with the Spectre, but no. Instead, it's going to be the Stolen Spectre picked up and a Rip Pablo indeed. From behind, though, in C, it's just going to be that turret being a bit annoying. They're not going to really go for the contesting the fuse through the smokes. Jet able to at least get half, but from behind, it's going to be King Xero Who's going to be able to at least make it down to a 1v1. Spike continuing to tick away as they will set up some sort of crossfire situation here. Continuing for the defuse. He's going to try and stick it. Pulls the SMG back out. Is he going to have time? He will. Ooh, what a clutch round yet again. I can't believe he had time to pull out his SMG there.
And that was a pretty expensive round. They lost 4 players, but it was all for Spectres, no real guns there. But that's going to affect their economy slightly. But in the end, it was down to the earlier play where they stuck the defuse to half that bought enough time for Popagachi to actually finish off this round because the timing was just so close. In the end, they still won the round, but at what cost, right? Now you're facing Bulldogs and mixed buys against full Vandals and Phantoms. And here we go. They're actually might be playing this fast here, pushing on towards, or at least pressuring C. As we have the Owl Drone sent towards the sewers, Neoking holding on towards the tight corner. He's gonna get spotted out, but Owl Drone, no, he's not. Wow. He actually does. RB gets a headshot.
That's amazing. Neoking trying to lurk yet again. It's not too uncommon to see the Jets have that matchup there in the A short, sort of the sewers down here. As RB is doing a great job there establishing control. Vision Strikers, we saw how well they did even on another eco round after losing the pistol round. So with a full buy, we'll see what they can get done as they're going to go back into A. They're going to be able to find the man as well in heaven, smoking that one off, and control of the site will be theirs. The rest of BlackBird now will be rotating in through the CT connector.
Yeah, A site's one of the hardest sites to retake if you don't have long control, and all 3 of them has to funnel in from the spawn side or from heaven, and that's a tough retake to get as you are outnumbered 3-5, and looking at the amount of players you have, you probably just want to save right now.
Yeah, they're going to be able to pick up that rifle, so maybe they're going to go further, just look for some exit frags. I'd imagine it seemed like Vision Strikers, their eco is not really in a great situation this early on. They really need that first win, put some money in the bank. I suspect they're just going to retreat through long, play it very carefully, and they're going to take this round.
Yeah, they do survive with all 5 players, so a flawless round is going to help them in the long run. So Vision Strikers, after very early picks and the round before where they won against the anti-eco, actually will be able to take their first score on the board and can make it 2-1. Round number 3 goes towards the way of Vision Strikers.
Yep, good stuff indeed. They're finally going to get a little bit of extra money for them. BlackBird, they are going to hold on. They've got kind of sort of a half-buy situation coming out. It will be a heavy armor Neoking Jet operator, so be on the lookout for that against rifles here for Vision Strikers.
So he's gonna be playing a towards the operator towards A, so that's gonna catch them a little bit off guard. Usually you expect it towards C, sometimes maybe B, but A long is one of those earliest aggression in terms of the operator that you can get, and if Neoking gets an opening pick here, that might be big.
Indeed, he could. Down long, Neoking. Location revealed. He's going to be able to smoke off his retreat, and back he goes. Meanwhile, Vision Strikers, they're actually going to be rotating through, looking like they want to go through Garage, sending in the Owl Drone just to scout anyone. No one in Garage. A few members C. That is looking like a very enticing side, and in they go. Xero.
They just baited so much utilities towards A, and the stack coming in, they're trying to hold on as it's 3 versus 5 right now. King gets 2 entries, and that's going to open up the site as the rotations are just coming in. That was a perfect bait out of the utilities coming from the side.
They're gonna drop the hat as well, Xero. They dropped the hat there with the Cypher ultimate, so that's gonna
complete information.
Yeah, that's information. They know where they're coming from. They're gonna be able to set up only one here for long because they know that the retake will be coming from CT or at the very least through Garage, where we're on board here with Zas. But it looks like they're still peeking that Garage angle. 3v4 scenario, so the retake is possible now. Sova Era will be bursted down.
Yeah, but Zest, he has Hunter's Fury, he does have both of his shock bolts, so whenever it becomes, down to the last few seconds, he can always hold on towards the plant. So right now it looks like BBI will not even try to go for the retake and just let it go.
Indeed, that's going to be 2 saves in a row though, so now they're going to be coming at this next round with a full buy for them. They're going to have that twice in a row. Lose 2-2 here going into the 5th round. It's just about even. I think these two teams probably the favorites to move on into the playoffs. This could be down to seeding, but you never know. This actually could end up making the difference between a team qualifying and a team not qualifying. So every single round here matters, as that round difference ended up making a big deal. I mean, yesterday we saw Attack All Around with a +40 round difference.
they even lost any rounds, any maps, they might have needed those round difference, but they were just so dominant in the group that it was just the cherry on top, right?
Most definitely, as they will be getting a bit aggressive here. Just early information with the Sova arrows. He's going to rotate around here on board with Popogacci. Up towards heaven he goes. Unfortunately, the rest of Vision Strikers, they're going to decide to go again here through the garage. Waiting for them will be Oitan, however, in the garage window. We'll see if he can get any picks there. Also lurking through mid lane is going to be the Cypher. Into the smoke he goes. There's a turret down. One man above on the left. It's a Repablo on board with him now, as he will be in the opening frag onto RB. Traded away, though.
King does have a very aggressive position. He's not able to get off Poem though, so that's going to give the advantage towards the side of VBI as Iotan gets 2 and is able to kill off the spike carrier. So it's down to only Zest. He gets 1. Can he do it all alone? 3 versus 1. He does have the operator, but he's on a Sova, so no quick retreat, no escape button for him to utilize.
That's right. No get out of jail free card for sure. And you saw not taking any chances. They know we have no need to peek against the operator.
Yeah.
So they're just going to play it safe. Spike is down. We'll see if maybe they're going to make an attempt there for an exit frag, but it's a bit scary to try peeking. Like I said, against that operator, doesn't really matter his HP. It just becomes mechanics as we're on board with Zest. He's going to rotate around, checking his corners, but he probably knows there's one in that garage window. Will he be able to get the flick? I'm sure that angle is pre-aimed as he turns around. He's going to get scouted now by the Killjoy turret. They're not going to be able to spray him down. Nice return onto one. Zest, that's going to hold off the Killjoy. Oitan doesn't want any of that. They might just let him live.
Yeah, these young players, from the side of South Korea, their aim, their mechanical skill is just so Zest proves it once again with the triple. Unfortunately, not enough to win the round, but now you have to be careful of Zest. You know what he's capable of.
Absolutely, showing his stuff. The youngest player in our tournament here at 17 years old, and he is showing that he play and hang here with some of the older, more experienced players on his own team. Vision Strikers coming from CSGO mainly as a team. So it's good to see him coming from the academy team now onto the main Valorant roster here for Vision Strikers.
Very flashy player, and hopefully we'll see more of him. He's still holding on towards the op. Top fragger for his side right now. Still 2-3 on towards Haven. Not the worst scoreline. There's definitely more room for both of these teams to climb up here as they are pushing down towards sewers with the Owl Drone leading the way. It's gonna be King leading the charge. Already have A side.
You should run.
Oh, Zest, we get the first kill on towards Heaven. Hunter's Fury comes out trying to slow them down. It's going to kill off the lockdown. Perfect use of the ultimate. Zest really setting things up for his team.
Indeed. Vision Strikers, they have the one-man advantage now, but BlackBird, they're kind of in position here to go for the retake now on board with Aitane up in heaven. He might be able to find a peek here. The smoke dropped, providing some cover for the operator. Hold long, that's going to be Zest having long control as he will have that contested, but Poem actually getting the kill, working Cypher. Oh, King with the knives out now, looking for one. He's going to miss with the right click, and he will be punished immediately, setting himself up for a 3-man crossfire there. Very ambitious play.
Oitan tries to escape with his life, but he should be able to. In the end, that retake was not enough. They did not have the breach, I believe, for the retake, so without the flashes, it was just very difficult. King had to use Blaze Storm because he was just holding on to an operator, but that was just too tough.
Yeah, very tough indeed. The breach trying to go through long, but likely didn't want to try and peek against the operator. What's going on here? Oh, they're on the same team.
He's fooling around right now. They're feeling really feeling good right now. Zest still has the operator. Max money on him.
Yep. He's buying.
Yeah.
It's on me this round, boys.
Who needs a gun, man?
Yeah,
I have extra crits.
You will cap out, of course, at 9K, so that eco management, usually you're on the lower end, as we see BlackBird now at going into our 7th round, a little bit lower on the credit. So a round win for them here would be absolutely massive. They'd now get that win bonus after getting the 3 times loss streak ended, as well as handing that loss streak on over to Vision Strikers, who are in no financial pinch here whatsoever.
Yeah, they are not switching up their defensive strategy for now, actually putting 2 towards C for the side of Blackbeard, but can they hold on? I mean, they have just been playing at a textbook entry level. I mean, for Vision Strikers, they have just been doing everything correct, checking all your corners, dotting your I's and crossing your T's right now, and they are going to execute into C, knowing that we have the garage window completely secure, and B, at most C will have 3 players.
There we go. Yeah, Rolling Thunder knocking him up. King able to finish him off. It's actually RB with the 2-man spray. Now the rest of BlackBird are going to be rotating over. One from CT, the other 2 through B, but we'll see 3 versus 5 with the spike down. Vision Strikers have had plenty of time here to actually set up, get entrenched. This is going to be a very difficult retake, and already we see BlackBird. They want none of it.
Yeah, very difficult to retake the C side as well. If you already lost 2 players, and without your breach, that's your only flasher. You have Killjoy, you have Jet. Sure, you can get some information with the Sova, but the retake is just gonna be so difficult if you lose the breach, and that's one of the downsides of setting up your breach at a site that he can't hold on by himself. They just overpowered the C side, and right now 4-3 Vision Strike takes the lead in on Turret's Haven.
Yeah. On the attacker side, of course, it's not too uncommon to see, so nothing too indicative yet on this first half. Still just about neck and neck, and good eco management by both teams. We see sometimes a lot of the younger teams, a lot of the newer teams,
they just go for it.
They just go for it, and you love to see it, but you have to have as well the restraint to know, no, long game here,
not this
right?
round.
You have to win the war, not just the battle.
Yep, exactly. So both of these teams, you can tell from just with the way they handle their economy, they are very experienced. They know that one step at a time. We lose this round, we take the next. There's always come back.
Yeah. And same goes as well for Vision Strikers. They're not going hunting.
No, they're playing it safe.
They're playing it safe. They could. 3 versus 5 is definitely a viable option to try and get some of those exit frags, but they don't find it necessary. They say, hey, even with your rifles, we're still getting the entry frags we need, still planting and taking these rounds. As Neo King gonna go and back off. Armor just about getting demolished, but otherwise healthy.
Yes. Just poking and prodding, trying to bait out some utilities, trying to have a gauge of where they are set up from the side of BlackBird, and right now it looks like they are setting up towards a nade. Lurk still coming from the Cypher, but other than that, just making sure, keeping BBI honest, not letting them abandon any sites so early on as they set up for an A push once again.
Yeah, indeed, they're hoping to try and get a pick long or maybe a pick short here on A. But yeah, like you said, they're playing it patient. They're letting them come to them. They know peeking against an operator, especially a very young and maybe overzealous Zest, I mean, if he's on the Jet, I think that's normal, right? But no, he decides, I'd rather have the recon for his team. He's that confident in his abilities that he doesn't think it's worth it.
I don't need to run away, I'll just kill you, right?
I'll just kill you. It's that easy, Xero. 30 seconds left here in this round, however, Vision Strike need to get a move on, as it looks like they're mostly going to settle for A. The Cypher now continuing to lurk through the garage. He's not going to see anyone in window, but now I think he's going to be jumping up. Killjoy could possibly have a peek on him, as right now will be committing to short A. The long peek is not going to work out for them. Instead, BlackBird finding 2, but there's still going to be a 3-on-1 here in this round. Can they get it done? Neo King through the smoke, finding 1, and BBI the second. We still have the Omen to deal with, and they will be able to dispatch of him. Jet making quick worth 1 tap from the Vandal is going to be a round win. Finally, the operator out of the hands of Zest.
BBI just played that really good. They didn't over rotate. They didn't give up any places around the map that they didn't have to, and that just forced Vision Strikers to play from the dark. I have no idea how many players are at A or at C. We're just gonna go both at the same time, try and throw some a wrench into their plans. But BBI just held on to their angles. Use their utilities perfectly. All the utilities from the Killjoy were set up at A somehow perfectly at that exact round, and they just used that to their advantage, evening things out, making it a 4-4.
Yep, and a very close one at King. Operator in hand. Now he's going to be peeking long, daring anyone to show up. This time it's going to be Vision Strikers showing some restraint. We've seen them before be very aggressive, up in lobby, already in short, but now you can see they heard the operator, already 1 bullet missing out of the chamber, so they might be looking to rotate away from the Jet op.
This is one of the more important swing rounds, because right now both the team's economies are pretty even, and whoever wins this round will be setting themselves up to win the half at least, because right now it is very important for both these teams to make it clean, or if not, at least get the spike down from the side of Vision Strikers. Looking like they are going to commit towards C with a 4-man push towards long. Still, the Cypher looking towards the garage entrance. Repablo will be the one holding on towards this side.
Indeed, but now in they go. The Jet moving on forward, but they're not going to scout one. Oh, Tom, though. The flick right back over. RB proving their stuff as a perfect entry fragger down to 50 HP, but it's not going to matter as the Hunter's Fury looking to try and go fishing for one or two of them. That's going to allow at least for a bit more entry. BlackBird, in they go now, attempting for this retake, a 3-on-4, and this time, Xero, they're going to go for it.
Paranoid does connect, but they have complete information of everyone thanks to the recon bot. And they are going to try in. The flashes are coming in. Oh no, the shock dart actually gets off Zest, making it 3 versus 3.
That's a big one with the operator. King needs to swing tagged out from Log. In cubby he goes. He's now the only one alive as they're only able to trade one off with the classic, the 3-time spray. 1v1 smoking himself as well as the side off. Omen though closing the gap, walking. Pros don't fake Xero. He's gonna stick it, but gets sprayed down through the smoke. Denied.
That was perfect. King knows that you're definitely not gonna be defusing at the middle of the spot. You're gonna be at the edge. You just shot the edge. He doesn't have to. You didn't have to use too many bullets. He gets the diffuser and vision strike. But with only one player surviving, they still get around.
Indeed. Good stuff out from these guys. And now we see why this was one of our most anticipated matches here in Group B. It's back and forth, act with patience, and lots of outplays there as we saw switching to the classic there for that close range. Getting the headshot as well with the spray. No easy task, but it's going to be an eco round now for BlackBird on the attacker's side.
This is what high-level Valorant looks like. All these teams knows where to check, how to play with information you have, what to do with the information you don't, and then make the exact right call at every single round. It's just been textbook perfect high-level Valorant coming from both of these teams, and that's what we expected, right? The best team from Japan facing out one of the best teams from Korea as well.
Indeed, and it's delivered thus far. It's going to be a bit hard for BlackBird this time around, of course, on the Eco. Vision Strikers fully kitted, so of course any kills that they can get are going to be very damaging here to the economy overall. They can go for Siege Jet into the site. Now they will again still be able to get that kill off as RB, this time returning the favor here, is into the site.
That initiation, that entry into the site, textbook, flash into a self-smoke, into a tailwind, they get into the site, they get a recon dart to exactly know where the opponent holding is. Even though she's in the smoke, RB will be able to aim directly at where the opponent is. That is just perfect execution coming from PS. If you guys want to learn how to enter in the C site, that's how you do it. Absolutely perfect.
This is how it's done. Get you and your boys and girls into the Discord together, and it's all about that communication, right?
It might take you 13, 20 rounds to get it. Practice makes perfect.
This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and you can see BlackBird, even on the eco round, they're going to try and save whatever armor they have left currently.
RB's chasing.
Yeah, RB is hunting this time. 5v2, he's going to be confident going for it, but he will be punished for that one. That's going to be now a Vandal in the hands. No, it's traded away immediately after by King and Poem, the lone survivor shorty. No armor, so surprised he didn't go for it, to be honest.
Maybe he just wants to keep it, right?
He wants the shorty.
Nice skin.
You never know. Yeah, you don't want to give that skin away, right?
Right, very important round for the side of BBI to take if they want to make this and a great half for them, making it even. If they take this round, they'll be able to buy next round. If they don't, then they'll be facing up against an eco situation once again, which is not the greatest. But of course, this map being Haven, you can afford giving away a little bit more defensive sides because it is a more attacker side of the map.
Definitely. They are going to be needing a bit of action here, however, as they will again still be setting up. Do you think that maybe BlackBird Ignition need to switch up the positioning of the Killjoy? Every single round RB has been smoking in. Now he knows the spot. We saw the first time the shots were missed by Killjoy. Second time RB knew exactly where she was standing.
She needs to play somewhere else, maybe be back of C, somewhere different, because holding on towards behind that box, that's where the recon dart will connect every single time. So scout you out, you have to change it up, or even just abandon C, play somewhere else, even towards A. But from what we've seen from BBI, they like to they'll stack up different sites every single round, wanting to switch up their defense, keep themselves unpredictable. But somehow Vision Strikers. They seem to get the read every single time.
They've chosen C this time. Vision Strikers looking for any information. They've already used that owl drone. Silver Arrow is probably still available with Zest holding the angle now with the operator. Look at this. Just tactical movement now. It's actually PBI. They're going to be moving out of sight, abandoning A. I think they've been baited
left.
as one coming out of garage. Oitan will find the kill there, but that's now going to leave A site completely unoccupied. No further bodies come actually from garage, so that's going to let them know Popogachi back right into sight up in heaven. He is going to be finding at least one person there, shooting the shock dart over now. Spike being deployed, however, and it's going to be a very hard retake indeed. Oh, a nice trap set. BBI bite, and unfortunately that's going to make the retake even harder.
Yes, 4 versus 5, and this post-plan position is just perfect. One under heaven, one towards the default, one towards short, and this owl drone is going to get every single information. He knows everyone's inside there. Too bad he doesn't have a Hunter's Fury, but wow, through the
smoke. Dirty, up in heaven, he's going to be able to turn as well, but now Zest is going to be destroyed by Rip Pablo, and look at NeoKing as well, looking for one more. It's going to be the solo, and NeoKing able to clutch it out. I think
just
he will have time indeed for this defuse. And a big round there, 5-6, as they look to try and even up the score on the defensive side.
They needed this round. They needed this round. They took this round, and BBI has a chance to even things out. Oh, but that retake was just so. If he just been able to get out after the second shot, they might have not stood a chance.
And that's where the jet operator sometimes comes in handy, right? That's the price you pay. And now this time he's got the additional intel, which he can absolutely use for his team, and just a very nice speaking knives.
Yeah. Yeah, NeoKing coming in big in the last round, definitely holding his own in this round.
I think still that was a very measured response from BBI, because it's not like Vision Strikers have tried a strat like that before.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a lurker, but usually the lurkers actually been really quite close with the team, especially on a map like Haven.
Yeah.
The attack has always followed the lurker, so maybe you could say they kind of felt
Shadows traveling.
I think from what we've seen, at least out of this half from Vision Strikers, I would have probably done the same.
Yeah, they've been just playing, as a unit this time. That was the only round we've seen them actually do an AC split, where they just try and bait as much utility on the other side as a decoy. But in the end, it worked out for the side of BBI thanks to some big plays coming from NeoKing. Oh. Oitan switching up his positioning. Not gonna fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. No longer. No, not anymore.
You should run.
Nowhere to run.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it is. There's just so many angles of attack that the enemy. Oh, the Nanostorm actually connects and gets him. The Hunter's Fury might get RB as well. He's down to 70 HP. He's gonna try to hold his own. He does have his. Oh, the shock dart almost connected, but he does have his Blade Storm used. Now he can't play close quarters. He has to hold on to this side.
One player remaining.
Yeah, perfect retake there. From attacking from both sides is how you want it. You have your smokes, you have your flashes, use all your utility, trade as much as you can because you do have the numbers advantage and you are running out of time. You have to be fast, and BBI just played it perfectly on the retake. But right now, they're gonna switch sides. We're gonna see how Vision Strikers is on the defensive side, and no Zest. Jet, can he perform as well with the Sova on the operator in the defensive side?
Even though they started on defense,
yeah.
They're drafting for the second half. It's not too unusual at least in later rounds to see
Let's go.
Alone in one of the sites already.
Yeah.
See that scenario here. The only member you can see is it's going to be a setup here for 4K.
He's gonna play all by himself, try and delay as much as he can while the rotations are coming in. But looks like, C is one of the hardest sites to push in when you are playing against a Cypher. Without arrays, you're gonna be having a hard time clearing out all these possible trap wire places that you're just gonna give it up in the end.
Yeah, totally. The rest of the team are chilling window, maybe now into A just a regular knife, not playing Jet now, but he's got the intel he needs, just hoping to escape in time.
Take flight.
That's that there. So we know that the owl runs more information, short and long. We know it's sweet to find out that it's going to be coming along. Roll entry.
Oh.
Spike planted.
The spike just gone down, and right now it's 3 versus 5. Oh, Glow able to get things started for the side of BBI, of the side of VS, as they able to get 1 kill, but Neo King will put an end to that with a kill onto his stacks. King pushing on by himself. Oh, the perfect cloud burst, but Glow coming in from heaven, getting a kill onto his Neo King, keeping things close right now. And the Nanostorm slowing things down for a little bit. The spike is running out of time. Oitan gets a kill onto his Glow, and Popogachi will finish things off with a headshot onto his King. Yeah. Yeah.
Placing alarm box.
Yep. And that's gonna snowball them. Theoretically, that should snowball them, but unless, you know, King has something to say about it. He's holding Garage with a classic, not the best weapon to use. Oh no. That's gonna be a free sight.
Blocking sight. Spike planted. Blocking sight.
Yeah.
Revealing area.
No reason really for his strikers not to attempt.
They only have pistols, you know, you keep your utility even after you die, so definitely, you know, you're at most you're giving away a little bit of money for the enemy side, whatever, right?
They're gonna have money survivors.
Yeah.
What's another 200?
And if you get a kill, that is even more worth it. You're taking away 1,600, 1,800 money, all stacks just in time. Gets a kill onto his poem, but it gets finished off in the end. Pretty flawless round from the attacking side, but now Vision Strikers will be able to buy out.
Armor, but that's all they're gonna get. But it's only 4 members here. That's what the one kid can actually accomplish, right? He's gonna be only with the ghost.
He's gonna try and get a bonus round here, you know. But I don't think this is a good idea. Usually, like, you would still buy up in the 3rd round, but you know, maybe playing the long game. We'll give away a round. It's fine. We still have a full buy on round number 15, so maybe that's the mindset of them going for this buy for the side of BBI. Yeah. First loss bonus isn't
really all that much money. Then you're going to be putting a lot of economic control into the hands of the Vision Strikers. Really a 1-round advantage here if they don't end up taking this, which doesn't look too likely just based on the loadouts here.
Yeah, I agree completely here. Popogachi using the Owl Drone scout things out. He did see the leg of the Sova towards A long, so he does have a little bit of information, but not too much. So they are going to try and commit into C here. Omen, dark cover, buying some time, but the rotations are already coming in. Flash out on first King, but King.
Cage trigger.
Oh. 30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Revealing area.
One player remaining.
Oh, they make it work.
That's impressive, and now we see the risk they actually pay off, and now they are really in control of this match.
They actually don't lose that much money. They lose 4 Spectres, which they had to replace eventually in the end, and they picked up a rifle for themselves. Poem didn't even have a gun in the last round. He was just running with a ghost, and right now they have full buys. While on the other side, Vision Strikers, they committed fully for the full buy in the last round. Right now they are broke, having to only run with upgraded pistols. This is going to be a very tough hold.
Yeah, indeed, against the full buy, like you said. So, I mean, last time BlackBird Ignition, we were doubting them. They made it happen with the Spectres, with the armor, and the Vision Strikers. I'm again gonna have to doubt them here, and especially without armor.
Yeah. They are switching up a little bit, playing a little bit more aggressively towards A, wanting that long control so that they can rotate one player away from A to stack up somewhere else, because right now they are just being outgunned when they enter towards the side. BBI proving that they can do what Vision Strikers do as well, which is enter into these sites and get great post-plant positions. Oitan is playing close range against Zest with the Sheriff. Flash is gonna help out a little bit, just a classic. But the flashpoints are gonna help. Oh, nice headshot coming from Stacks, able to finish off Oitan with the trade. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, buying a bit of time. He's gonna push out, get the Phantom for himself, maybe get another kill. The counter flashes, he's gonna fall before he gets anything done. But King able to get a headshot onto his Poem as well, keeping things close, 3 versus 3. But still, no guns picked up here. Repablo finishes off RB towards C, and C is wide open. They are just rotating King. Can he do a little bit more? He does get Neo King keeping things close, but Repablo able to stop him in his tracks. Spike will go down in a couple of more seconds. He's running out of time though.
10 seconds left.
That was just so risky though. At that range, if he was able to right click the classic twice and he kills the spike holder with the time remaining, that Vision Strikers might have been able to get the round. But ooh, BBI makes it work, and they are rolling in dough right now. 4 rounds in a row after the switch sides. They are at double digits right now.
Yep, that's the scary side here for Vision Strikers. They definitely need to get something going in their favor, so they're gonna go opt for the double operator setup done. Zest and RB on the on a map like Haven, but they need to at least get one opening.
Yep, and they do get that opening pick on towards Neo King. It was him. It was RB pushing out aggressively through the garage doors, and that gives them a little bit of information that the spike will die outside of garage doors. And defensive lockdown use Zest with the Hunter Fury, get Oitan, and that's gonna stop the lockdown as well. Oh, mid. RB almost gets another, but Zest answers with the kill onto his Popagachi with the operator as well. This double operator buy has been working out, and it's gonna get another one. Third for Zest. Through the door, Pablo falls to the ground, gets the 4. What was that?
Ridiculous, but flawless as well. Zest is able to really just show himself, the youngest player. I mean, this is like almost against during my deathmatch rounds.
Yeah.
This guy on the operator.
He probably has, you know who this guy is. He just constantly gets kills, and Zest is the anchor that they need right now. That's working.
Indeed. As we can see,
That goes there.
it's going to be a big round for them, but the eco still, BlackBird Ignition, definitely doing quite well for themselves.
Yep. 10-7. Zest with the awareness, knowing that the recon dart is coming, he pulls out his classic, double taps it, and goes straight back to the op and pulls his angle. But right now, no one's towards A. He's gonna rotate it right away because they do have an aggressive Cypher cam out. That's gonna give him a lot of information. Long is completely clear, and they are pushing on towards garage doors, which there is only just a breach. He's being spotted out there. He has to get out. That's gonna be Stacks. He does have 2 flashes left to use as well as an aftershock, but that is garage control given away. Rolling Thunder comes out in towards C. He connects on towards 1. The paranoia does buy a little bit of time, but Oitan will get the kill onto his glow. Oh, Stacks gets a double. Zest as well as RB. These operators are coming into play as Zest will get another kill. That was a clean hold from the side of Vision Strikers as they will be able to start the push, and BBI, they are on an eco right now.
Yeah, what a clutch round indeed, and a flawless flawless at that, making sure that they can still hold on to their money in case the worst were to happen here. But that doesn't even seem like that would really stop them at this point. 10-8, they're looking to make it a 10-9 at that point. There'd still be very, very good position here for that 20th round.
Yeah, the switch up into the double operators just worked wonders. I mean, you just have to save 4 rounds for double operators. They did get it. They get it to work. And right now, BBI has to work with an eco. What can they really do with the buy that they have? Just gonna play it slow. Hopefully that the side of Vision Strikers, they do give away a free pick. That's gonna help them a lot. But bearing that, it's gonna be really tough for them to just enter these sites with only pistols.
Yeah, only pistols, no armor against double operators. A bit overkill, but obviously you're not going to just give up the operator for a round. Holding down long, Zest, he's going to find one. No, actually, as the peaks are not really able to connect there, but he is going to at least now, if they peek more, he knows that there's at least one. Now 2 with the Omen smokes being dropped, so the rotation's not actually coming through quite yet. But BlackBird, they are going to be committing to this long push. No member up in heaven, only one behind box is now rotating back over to the A short site as Paranoia will come in. That should let them know now. And there go the rotations immediately from Vision Strikers. They cannot lose this round. They do have the ultimate to play with here on Neo King, but they only are able to get one onto the entry. The King in back of sight is going to be able to recover the operator. Very small losses for Vision Strikers and a big win overall, making it 10-9.
Absolute anchor coming from the side of King on towards the A side. And despite being 2 versus 5, having the gun advantage and also just the superior firepower here, they were able to secure the round, and now they are facing up against full buys coming from the side of BlackBird Ignis once again. As here we go, they might be pushing on aggressively towards A once again. It's Stacks holding on towards mid. So many recon darts towards mid, giving away a lot of information as we do have RB trying to play aggressive towards C long. Repablo does have an idea, tries to go for the jump shoulder peek. Trying to bait a shot as much as he can, but Repablo actually holding a little bit more passively than he thought as the operator is rotating in. He's going to try and make a white peek here.
Oh no! It's Oitan instead who is going to die in his place. Oitan, I think, walking with a knife out, was just not prepared for someone to be there, but that's the power of Jet, baby.
Play aggressive, get a pick, get the hell out of there.
Exactly. Now up on top of the boxes as well as the Omen smokes will be dropped. It looks like they are going to be committing now to this C long push. You got one member watching the garage, but C long definitely under siege. Vision Strikers, though, they're still playing it very patiently. They don't have any intel even with the Cypher to really know. Now faking with the smoke to try and get the Depeer up. RB, he's going to C2, not going to fire onto anyone. And actually the rotation's coming out through garage. I think they must have lurked through or something. They are actually able to pick off the 2 members holding C. That's one operator now in the hands of BBI. Most importantly, a 3v3 with the spike planted in the 20th round. Oh, it's going to be a close 1-0.
It's going to be close. They do have the Sova already having control towards long, as well as the Killjoy stopping any flanks. So he knows his back is covered. And even though if they are able to fight, they have to deal with the Sova on towards long because of Baglow and Stacks gets the 2. But right now, they have to deal with the Sova. This Sova is key to holding on to the side. Keep pushing in. Stacks able to not able to hold on. Popagachi gets 2. Hunter's Fury will stop the defuse.
He can delay this for so long as well, as this is going to make it so difficult. Now he's going to have to deal with him one-on-one, mano on mano. He's going to run out with the pistol and still actually get the job done just with the classic. He's not going to have time for the defuse, however.
Oh, we talked about it, right? You know, we saw the Sova hit towards long. We know that that was going to be the play to make for the side of BBI, and the play did they make it. Stalled up so long, Stacks was able, for the side of Popagachi was able to get 2 kills, hold on towards long, and with the Hunter's Fury, even stalling even longer for the side of Zest, and they get themselves the round. Despite all odds, BBI are in 2 rounds away from taking map number 1 on Haven.
Yeah, it's really close here now, 11-9. We do have Vision Strikers here on defense. It's a bit tough. We've seen actually BlackBird Ignition really get the job done here. Let's see if they can continue to hold as we'll pull away from Zest over to NeoKing, who is going to be lurking through Garage. RB, though, in the window with the operator, the double peek. They will be able to get the blind. And actually the pick, as he tries to retreat, didn't want to use the dash, thought he could get away with it. Instead, that's going to be a massive kill, and now a big hole in the defenses of Vision Strikers.
Perfect entry. The double peek as well as the flash just bought up so much time. Clear out Garage, and that's going to be one man down from the side of Vision Strikers as they are still chilling on towards mid. Haven't decided which site to execute on, but it looks like it will be either B or C. Nanoswarm to clear out Garage windows. Stacked, holding on slightly behind. He does have the Aftershock. He does have the fault line as well, but looks like they will commit towards C. There is a trap wire.
Going towards B, a small correction there as the Jet warning on through is going to get destroyed, however, with a Phantom, but a nice counter peek to have the Hunter's Fury now just to force him off. A very good angle from Zest is going to have to force BlackBird off of that site, buying a little bit more time for Vision Strikers to rotate appropriately. Cypher, though, running back to C. He sniffs them out. He hears them running through Garage. The double smokes now to try and at least buy himself a bit more time as the rest of the team still now overthrew the connector from CT. King is going to be able to still delay this with one. The spike still not being planted as Popogachi finding the wall bang onto Slacks, but King holding it down in back of sight as we will continue to run around. He's going to just get the job done all by himself.
King.
They go for the kill onto Zest. I don't believe that. That was such a big round by King.
That was just King all the way. Able to stall out inside, and as well. And when the rotations came in, he just got himself to a perfect position, a position where no one expected him to be in, and he just started tapping hit 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4th kill, and that for Vision Strikers. He just saved the entire round for the side of Vision Strikers, for the Korean side, as they will be able to fight back, making it 10-11, and with a chance to make it 11-11.
That was just gorgeous. I mean, not just that mechanical skill, but even the knowledge to rotate over, to drop the utility straight away, to keep them off of back of sight there, to make sure that he could buy enough time for the Zest to rotate over. Because just beautiful, because they thought they were coming B. Zest forces them off, and then he immediately knows something's up. Now, as something is up indeed, NeoKing with the classic will at least pick up a Phantom now, giving a little bit of hope now to BBI as they are still up 1. But on an eco round, Zest with a Vandal now, not enough money for the operator, is going to find 1. Now make that 2. The pistol's not going to do the job here for BBI's Vision Strikers. Just run them over with the rifles. They're going to even it up here at 11 apiece. This could be our first instance of overtime.
These two teams, their skill level is just so close. The way they play is just so similar that it's really down to, you know, the clutch plays. Whichever of these players, whoever has the clutch genes will be able to win this round. And right now it's 11-11. It can be anybody's game.
It really could be. Both teams obviously playing for that win, not playing for the time. The economy, though, definitely favoring Vision Strikers here. So BBI, a win here is almost do or die time. And I do wonder if our panel is going to talk more about that decision to not upgrade the SMGs. Right? That Spectre round going for the double. They were able to pick it up as there's the kill now onto RB. A good opening for BBI.
It's perfect timing for Killjoy because right now Hunter's Fury is off cooldown here. I mean, he doesn't have enough charges for the Hunter's Fury. The Killjoy detain will catch no one, but that's going to keep the B side completely clear. Oh, but Zaz able to hold on all by his own lonesome, able to get a kill, but he's going to back off. The B side is still completely clear. They do have the enemy Sova pushing in towards Garage.
Yeah, and we have an Omen lurking around C entrance here for the attacker spawn, so he could swing around and cause some mayhem mid lane as they are going to be beat with Stacks now, and Zest as well, picking off the man, trying to go and sneak through that Garage, making it a 2v4 all of a sudden.
The awareness was just perfect coming from the side of Vision Strikers, especially Zest. He knows that someone might
be disastrous. The Omen swinging from around. This is going to be nearly impossible. Oh no. That they are going to get the spike down, so at least 200 more credits, but Vision Strikers with the economy control is going to pick up this 12th round. 1 round away now. BBI playing for the tie. Can they get it done, Xero?
That was the first Aftershock kill I've seen throughout the entire 2 days, and that was
one of the bigger ones,
one of the bigger ones, right? And that actually got them the round.
I mean,
even though they didn't need it.
They didn't need it, right? Because they had the Omen lurking from behind through mid lane, and they had plenty of rotations from both A and C entry there into the B side.
Still, finally, at least, you know, you can.
But they secure it.
Yeah.
They secure it, right? You
they
obviously
didn't have to
take
lose a player.
No, of course not. They're using the ultimate. That's a perfect spot to use that ulti, isn't it? Or just the utility.
Utility, yeah. It's a rather awkward utility because of the charge time, but at least they got money's worth for it in the end.
Yeah.
And right now, Vision Strikers won on match point on map point, in fact. And BBI, they have a rather mixed buy here.
It was just a force, whatever they could afford at the moment, right, for every single player. So it would definitely mix. We got a Vandal on some with only light armor now on board with Aitan. So he's going to now try and maybe just lurk through B. We still have the operator holding down A long, so that's not going to be an option for them, and they're very aware of that. Now the Algeron trying to scout out some more. They're going to see Cypher. That's no surprise, but there's Zest now. That might have been a surprise through the window. Hello. He's now going to back off, but maybe now go for more, as we do have King now rotating out through a big flash. They're going to find 2 as Zest will get kills in return, but here's Neo King with the knives. Is going to pick 2 as well. 2v3, 5 knives out for Neo King. He's going to be able to clear the B site now. C is available for the taking, but there is one still. This Omen lurking around, has the smoke placed down, so he is going to reveal himself possibly. But the C site under control. Zest now make that RB stacked, able to make it a 1v1. As RB with the knife! Oh, that was dirty.
Let's go.
Getting the job done. What a clutch by Vision Strikers, and just a close game overall. 11-13 on Haven.
Yeah, definitely. You can see how close these two teams' skill levels are. Despite being on a forced buy, they were still able to get it that close. I mean, that was just anybody's game, even down towards the wire. But in the end, Zest just a monster with his operator. King able to lock down these sites all by himself. The ending site was just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it really was just incredible. I mean, 25 kills for a top frag. Remember, 13 rounds you're winning there. So that's almost 2 kills around, right? Equivalent to a 30 bomb in some other games. But even King, a rifle. I mean, you just can tell these guys are so experienced and tactical shooters, aren't they? Coming from the days of MVP Phoenix. And of course, the IGL definitely making a really big difference. That's a play out from Vision Strikers.
Yeah, nothing to take away from BBI as well. They played fantastic rounds. You know, their economy control was a little bit weird. We doubted it for a few rounds.
We did.
They made it work.
They did. They did make it work. And you know what? And then they upgraded right after that. And you know, we find themselves at 11-13, so maybe being a little bit strange on attack. You know, these kind of maps, even though it is Haven, probably the most attack-favored map in the current rotation,
it is.
I gotta say, you have to take, you're still at an inherent disadvantage just because of the nature of the game. Defenders, they get time to set up. They're going to be entrenched. You never know how they are. You have Zest holding down long. We saw them only go down long actually twice with on their eco rounds when they had to force the issue.
True, that is true. They had strategies, these set strategies in hand already, right? They executed perfectly, but in the end, it was just down to clutch, right? King was just absolutely clutch in those moments where they needed him to step up. Zest, nothing to say about him. He was just absolutely big throughout the map, and we might see a different outcome in the second map.
We really could. I think it's such close games, you know, could definitely come down to some smaller things, generally speaking, like the map choice, right? If that was the map choice here of Vision Strikers, I wouldn't be that surprised. But next, I think we will be going on over to Ascent, and it looks like we will have BBI on defense here. Of course, we'll let our panel deal with the bulk of that analysis. We'll try and keep it here to the post-match and not do their jobs too much. But we will be throwing it on over to Avo Plus and the boys to break down that amazing 11-13 Vision Strikers victory.